action!
Jake Gyllenhaal stars in the epic action-adventure Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. The film is set in the mystical lands of Persia and partially based on the seminal video game. Gyllenhaal plays a rogue prince named Dastan who must go on a harrowing race against dark forces to safeguard an ancient dagger with a powerful secret.
Dastan starts off, he's an orphan, and he's found on the streets by the king because he does an act of goodwill for another orphan on the streets, and the king sees it and he brings him into the palace, and because of this act he sees that he has a good heart and he makes him into a sort of honorary prince. You meet him later on, he's grown up and he's become a warrior of sorts, and he finds this dagger in the middle of a battle and he doesn't know what it is, so he puts it in his belt, and so begins the journey of the Prince of Persia.
Gemma Arterton of Quantum of Solace and Clash of the Titans fame plays the mysterious Princess Tamina, who is the protector of the sacred dagger.
I think she just follows him while he's being chased because she wants the dagger, and he assumes that she wants him, like any prince would, I think.
You really enjoy telling me what to do, don't you?
Only because you're so good at following orders.
Yeah, don't press your luck.
He discovers that it's a dagger that turns back time, and he has to defend it. It's his destiny.
Prince Dastan, the secret guardian temple. It's the one place the dagger can be safely hidden. Take it there, Dastan.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is helmed by renowned British director Mike Newell, whose credits also include Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
I was looking for a guy who convinced me as somebody who was not able to obey an order, who was instinctively rebellious. And what he did was to work like I've never seen anybody work, to make himself into this. He didn't know much about swords, but then nor did I. We had a lot of very good people to teach him, and he simply worked and worked and worked.
I didn't ever turn a stunt down. I did as many as I could.
Parkour, a new extreme sport that was started by teenagers in Paris and is now the rage among kids all over the world, was undoubtedly the most challenging aspect of Gyllenhaal's physical training for the role.
Parkour is the skill of being able to run from point A to point B using anything in your environment that you can. Dastan uses this skill. It's his primary form of getting away. As a kid, he would get away and get out of trouble. And then as he grew up and grew older, when he was in battle, it would be his way of defending himself.
Gyllenhaal's breakout role was in the cult hit Donnie Darko. His role opposite Heath Ledger in Ang Lee's Brokeback Mountain garnered him several nominations and established him as one of the most promising actors of his generation.
I loved watching films, and I always thought, oh wow, what if I could do that? In fact, this movie is really the basis of that. You know, I loved watching Indiana Jones. I loved watching all of those types of films that this movie is like. I was just inspired to try and be like those characters in a way, and I think that made me want to start acting.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is produced by Walt Disney Pictures and Jerry Bruckheimer, the team behind the hugely successful Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. Featuring a stellar ensemble of actors including Sir Ben Kingsley and Alfred Molina, it is bound to delight audiences with its enormous scope, dazzling effects, and phenomenal non-stop action.